Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Meteorological Percentage Sign 2. I am Rawrquaza. Today, we are going to play as... mul-t. It has been spoked. We will be playing mul-t. Against my better judgment. Mul-t is my least picked character. Which is interesting because he was the best character before the patch where he was nerfed, and now he's bad. Is my consensus on this character. I don't know. It's okay to like mul-t if you like mul-t. I just don't prefer to play him. I have an inherent bias because I played so much of him at the beginning. But maybe I just hate things because they're popular. I don't even know if mul-t is that popular. Mul-t is one of the two speedrunning characters, the other one being Artificer, presumably because of her boss damage, or her speed at killing bosses. There's nothing like inherently wrong with mul-t other than he has a giant hitbox, because he is the same speed as other characters, but he's basically like... I mean, you have to directly compare him to Commando because he sort of occupies the same niche. And his escape is better than Commando's. But, because you get some armor and it lasts, you know, you can go further with it. But, and he also has, I think his right click is better than phase rounds. He gets more health on level up, which is, it's like a lot more health. Gesture of the Drowned. Well. Oh. Alright. Well. Dio's friend, pretty good. I like it. Not bad. That means we can make a mistake. I think we should just hit it. We didn't get any damage. Let me see, actually, if I can find a... well, one of these would be nice. I'm looking for a, equipment. I would like that gasoline, though. If I get that gasoline, I'll start the teleporter. Maybe I should just start the teleporter anyway. It'll probably be fine. But anyway, I don't know. Mul-t's, like... he's good. The main problem is that the proc coefficient on his nail gun isn't very high at all, which leads to less chance to proc items or lower power on your item procs or, you know, various different things. Proc coefficients are actually a very interesting thing in this game. And at some point I'll have to make an effort to kind of explain them in a video. But I feel like I wouldn't really know where to start. I mean, I guess it's very simple, right? If you have a proc coefficient of 1, and many things do, including mul-t's railgun has a proc coefficient of 1. So that means that every time you hit, if something has a proc coefficient of 1, the coefficient multiplies the chance of something proccing. So if you have, for example, a something that always happens, I don't know, leeching seed. That's a terrible example. Hold on. If you have something like ATG missiles I'm making up the number because I don't remember exactly, but I think it's like a 25% chance, and it might be 30, I don't know. Like a 25% chance to shoot a missile with an ATG Mark 1. With a proc coefficient of 1, that'll be a 25% chance to shoot a missile whenever you hit with the 1. But if you have a lower proc coefficient, then it multiplies the chance of proccing the item by the proc coefficient. So mul-t's nail gun is a proc coefficient of, I think it's like 3 or 3/10. So for every, I don't know, it might be 4/10 or something, or it might just be remembering entirely wrong. But so every time you hit with the nail gun, you're only getting, we're gonna say it's 3/10 of 25% chance to fire a missile. But it kind of is made up for by the fact that it hits a lot of times. So, and then there's some really interesting interactions with proc coefficient. Some items One of the weird ones is I need to shoot the boss. One of the really weird ones, and a good example, is please don't murder me. No, please. Stand a little bit back. There we go. Stand a little bit back, get the jumps. Leeching Seed, right? Leeching Seed, one Leeching Seed on a proc coefficient of 1 means that you get 1 life per hit. And that's true. It's like a 100% chance to proc, right? But it's also, you can get, when you're multi and you have 1 Leeching Seed, it does, every hit does give you 1 life. What's the interesting part is that when you get to more than 1 Leeching Seed, you'll start to notice, or like a Harvester's Scythe and you have 100% crit, you'll notice that you don't get the normal amount per multi-gun hit, or nail gun hit. You start getting many less. Like if you have, so I guess the idea, or the best way of explaining it, is if you have a, if you have 10, oh my god. What have I done? Oh no. We did the gesture bug! Yay! I don't know if you can still hear me. Just get to the teleporter. We've done it. Okay. Are we still there? I don't know if you could hear me at all. I kind of stopped talking there, but I also... we did the gesture bug. Is the recording still going? Yeah, okay. Cool. So, when you pick up a use item, and you didn't previously have a use item, but you did pick... So you pick up a gesture before you pick up a use item, that happens. And we're just lucky that it didn't crash or stop the recording. Anyway, I was talking about... So, okay. That's good bug. Classic. Glad I got it on stream, or on video recording. That's definitely going to be fixed. It's really good with, like, drones, because that will crash your game most of the time. Less interesting with missiles. Really bad with blue meteorite, because that will... Guaranteed you will die. But yeah, it's good times. Anyway, if you... So proc coefficients, right? If you have 10... Leeching Seeds on multi and nothing else. Every hit will heal you with the nail gun. Every hit heals you for about I think it's just 3. It's either 3 or 4, depending on what his proc coefficient actually is. Whereas on Commando, if you have 10, you know, Commando's proc coefficient is 1 on his basic attack, so you do get the full value out of everything. What are we doing here? So I believe the Gesture of the Drown bug, that happens because, you know, your previous item's use cooldown was 0, so it had like a bunch of charges stacked up or something, or maybe it's something like an underflow. Oh boy. Man, if we could get a... Oh, I forgot, I can switch. I can switch. I wonder if we can do the gesture bug again if I pick up another use item. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Give me something that does damage. Okay. No, that did not. In fact, do the gesture bug. Kinda wish I had picked it up on the other... No, I'm just gonna hit this, whatever. See, now we have to swap weapons every 6 seconds. Hey, kitties! Cats! Friends! What are you doing? Are we fighting? Don't do that. Don't do that, kitties. That's not good. Okay. Anyway. Kitties. Friends. What's going on? What is happening? Hey. Please. We're gonna use the suck in order to get enemies to proc gasoline. Oh no. No. No, no, no. Are the boys being good? Caliban, what are you doing? Ow. I need to go. I need to go. No, no, no. Not like this. This is not how Batman dies. I need to live. But you'll notice on Crypt we only get like 3 health. Ouch. I need to live. There we go. When we crit, we don't get the full, like, I don't know what it is. From, Harvester's Scythe. Okay, we're doing okay. I'm... Kitties, be good. I'm getting distracted by my cats. Movement speed is excellent. We don't really have any method of healing, which is not great. Hello, Kidamo. Is that kitty being rude to you? We need something healy. Otherwise, we need something mobility-wise to keep us from dying. Because it's getting a little sketchy. Sticky bombs. Sticky bombs have a less chance to proc based on your proc coefficient, right? So, nail gun has a lower chance. You know, I'll take a cautious slug. Because I did just say I needed healing. These are all bad, but I'll take... Medkit doesn't count as healing, don't even start. I would love to swap to the nail gun so that the missile launcher is on my nail gun slot so that I don't have to switch items. Hopefully we can find another equipment at some point soon. I do want to pick up as many of these items as I can. You know, I'll probably take that goat hoof. Kitamo, are you hungry? Is that kitty rude to you and now you feel like you're hungry? Me too. I'm also hungry, but I gotta record this video. You know? Don't get me wrong, this amount of suck is pretty useful. But I would love another item to kind of synergize with our two gesture combo right now. Fuel cells would also be wonderful. That would allow us to store up charges on both of our items, so we're really looking for that. Hi, Kidamo. Do you need some food? How about you wait 30 minutes for me, and I'll feed you after I'm done recording. How's that sound? He's like, hell no. Feed me now. So you know what? If you're gonna be so insistent, you don't get fed. You just gotta be patient. You might get fed if you keep being insistent, actually. Not gonna lie. But, just, come on. Work with me here. I know. I know. You want the food. There's the teleporter over there. What's this printer? I took my sticky bomb. That's okay. It's unfortunate, but I think it's worthwhile. I'm looking for another equipment. Is this a 3-key shop? Oh no, there's a backup mag in there. No equipment on this stage, huh? What is this? Cautious slug printer. Not terrible. But also not good enough for me to care. Bleed, chance, and duration are affected by proc coefficient. A little bit of information there. There's the rusty lockbox. First Berserker's Pauldron is basically nothing of value. Alright, well, hitting the button. I think the teleporter is in a position where we can just kind of go up here and not worry about him too much, maybe. If I can do it before I get murdered. Yeah. Just snipe people. And let the teleporter wear out. Kill this guy. There we go. Nice. Oh, you know what? Berserker Pauldron being useful with our specific set of skills. Kitties! Kitties! Kitties everywhere! There's so many kitties around my desk. What's going on? Where's the worm? Get over here, you nerd. He's coming. Oh my goodness. It's a lot of enemies. Gotta switch to fire missiles. This is a great spot, by the way. If the teleporter spawns over here, a lot of enemies can't get up here. Or don't know how. And you know what? Of course I'm gonna cheese. Stealth kit's very good. Alright, well, that was a very good, very good stage. And you know what? Our items are doing okay, actually. Got a good setup. The suck perfectly complements our gasoline and groups them up for the nail gun. We have missiles. It's like kind of the whole shebang. We just need to keep growing our item bank. I know, Kid and Mao, you're being very good and patient. If you continue to be patient... Oh, he's hungry. He's hungry. He wants the food. You know what? What about... Fine, I'll just feed you. 1 second. There we go. Apologies, YouTube audience. This is the price we must pay for beautiful, wonderful boys. Sweet, fluffy boys. Wonderful lads. Bringing us much joy. Oh, I got my sticky bomb back. Very nice. Okay. Well, where are we at? We need more items. Yeah. 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 Yeah! We're going fast. Give me the gas. No, that's not the gas. Damn it. That's okay. Now we can play this. Come on, baby. It's also a potential prospect that we could go to the bazaar and perhaps get some bazaar shenanigans going. We'll see how we're feeling at you know, on the next stage, because obviously we can't do anything about that now. More sprint speed. I like it. I like it. Alright. I think we just keep going then. We got a lot of sprint speed. This is good. This means that we're gonna hopefully not die. By opening that canister right there before, or after we teleported, we start this level with some money. There is a boss here, which we're going to kill. We are going to farm for the gold chest. There are many good options for items that we could get from there. There's also some that are not so useful. But our damage is actually very good. Just our, like, DPS from the nail gun itself. We have like a pretty high crit chance. Decent, you know, we have a band. We have some tri-tip daggers doing some stuff for us. Let's check up top since we jumped up here anyway. Is that a printer of the tri-tip dagger variety down below us here? Yeah, it is. Alright, so what this means is I definitely will get some more of these. Now, I don't know how many daggers you need to get 100% crit chance, or sorry, 100% proc rate on dagger with mul-t. I don't know how it works. Does it, because like, if you have a proc rate, or if you have a proc coefficient of 1, so like commando and normal characters, you will bleed on every hit. It's a 100% chance at 7, because it's 15% each. I don't know how it works with the nail gun. Does that mean that the most that we can ever get on mul-t is, you know, 30% of that? Or if I get additional tri-tip daggers beyond 7, does that improve my odds? If you know the answer to this in the comments, like there's still, I'm not a mathematician, I just do what the people tell me. And if the, you know, people can enlighten me as to how that all works out. Tri-tip daggers with nail gun. Because like if we will bleed every shot with our railgun, because its proc coefficient is 1. We will also breed, oh god, I'll say that word. We will also bleed every hit with the missiles, because the missiles have a proc rate of 1. The missiles from our other equipment, which is very strong. I just don't know how exactly it works with the nail gun. Okay, so we are saving up money. I bet the chest is probably 4,500. Ouch. We are also looking for more items. Oh, 3,800. That's even better. Not a fan of these missile-y boys. Crabby lads. Stun chance is good. Where are you shooting me from? More stun chance is good. Having at least 2 red items is very good for us here. And I think mul-t himself is very good. We have 1,000 max HP. 3,800. Wait, is the other chest also 3,800? I have that bad of a memory? Yep, I do. My memory is just really that bad. But like most characters, mul-t just has so much health. Huntress would have 300 health right now. Level 15? Well, maybe 400. You get so much health on level up. It's very strong. Ooh. Whoa. Yo. Unstable Tesla coil. Proc coefficient of, I think, also 3/10. But it's just so many more procs than normal. Like, it's just added procs. Very good for us. Gives us a way to deal damage without actually focusing on dealing damage. One of the top tier items, the tier 3s in my opinion. It's up there with, like, the best. It's like top 1 or 2 for sure. I actually think that it's either this or 57 leaf clover for best. And then number 2 is the other one. And then number 3 is like Meat Hook or maybe Brilliant Behemoth. I really like Meat Hook. I think Meat Hook is underrated, but I never get it enough. I don't get it very often. This Meat Hook is just additional proc rate. It's the suck without needing your equipment slot. It does damage, it procs items, it's sweet as hell. It's a good time. You know how I've been talking about Borderlands 3. I messaged Hopo. And I said to him, hey, there's a gun in Borderlands 3 that was shown in the demo. It's called the Kill of the Wisp. Kill o' the Wisp. And it reminded me of this game, and I said to him, you should bribe someone at Gearbox to put a, I don't know, a ukulele gun into Borderlands 3. A ukulele gun, red text is just, and his music was electric. That would be sick as hell. Or, you know, a Brilliant Behemoth gun. A Brilliant Behemoth, so Brilliant Behemoth would obviously be a rocket launcher, right? It has to be. The ukulele gun would maybe be an assault rifle or something. Mollywan SMG that has a chance to trigger chaining lightning between enemies. And then you got the Sentient Meat Hook, which would be like a Cult of the Vault, which is the new bandit manufacturer weapon that has a chance to just do the exact same thing that... Oh, here we go. I can finally rearrange my stuff. Oh, Prion accumulator, huh? Okay. Let's do this. It just bandit weapon, and how bandit weapons work, the Cult of the Vault weapons, how they work in Borderlands 3 is you have your magazine size is just as big as your ammo capacity is, so you don't have to reload ever, except if you sustain fire for too long, or sustained fire increases your heat, and if you at random you can, you'll get heat from firing. So, but if you overheat, your gun will break and you'll have to wait a short amount of time to cool it down, basically. Which is basically like a reload, but, so if you kind of manage your heat all right, then you won't ever have to reload. You just have to take short breaks tactically. Or you can just let it overheat, and then it's like a reload anyway. But anyway, that's what I want on a Sentient Meat Hook gun that just has a chance to, throw out meat hooks that damage and pull in nearby enemies, like Sentient Meat Hook does. That would be sick as hell. And, it's Gearbox, right? They can do that now. That's something that they're publishing Risk of Rain. Come on. Make it happen. I don't think that's too unreasonable an ask. Surely Gearbox would be willing to put a Risk of Rain reference in their game. Please. And it's interesting, I'm an enormous Gearbox fanboy. And I want to talk about that now. Now that we're talking about it. I know a lot of people are mad about past things that Gearbox has done. Aliens, Colonial Marines. You know, Randy Pitchford saying interesting things. He makes some questionable decisions with his Twitter presence, and etc., etc. I think he gets a bad rap, but anyway. I mean, sometimes it's questionable, but also I think that there's a very big hate train. People like to hate Gearbox, and that's fine. There's also the fact that Epic, you know, bought exclusivity. Where the hell is the teleporter? Oh, what am I doing? I wanted... Wait. Hold on, this is the missiles, yeah. Okay, we have the Prion on the other button. That's what I meant to do. We have the missiles on our nail gun and Prion on our other thing. I'm of two minds about the exclusivity with Epic thing. On one hand, the thing, you know, oh my god. On one hand, Epic exclusivity is good because it drives competition, right? Steam is, I should have started with the other one. On one hand, Epic exclusivity is bad because all of my achievements are stored on Steam, and I don't like exclusivity. You should let us pay, you know, to decide where we want to go. You know. And I agree with you. I think the Epic Store is a pile of garbage. Just straight up. I also think that the Epic Store is necessary because Steam has a monopoly, essentially. And it's not like, you know, it's not like Valve didn't do that when they released their first game, or their big game, Half-Life 2, right? That was a Steam exclusive. That's kind of what got them in the door. I think this is just like a purchasing exclusivity is like a market thing, right? And it's good for Steam users too, because eventually Steam's gonna have to. Competition is good for the consumer. We want competition. We want Steam to not be bad. On the flip side of the coin, I freely admit I'm with you. Epic is a pile of garbage right now. Epic Store. Epic itself, I don't know. I'm not, you know, I think they're humans behind that company too. I don't think we should attack humans for this kind of shit, but so I don't know. I'm not a huge Steam fanboy enough. I think I've come to the conclusion that I'm not a huge Steam fanboy enough to just wait to play. Like, I'm more a Gearbox fanboy than I am a Steam fanboy. And I can overlook the having to deal with the Epic Store if it's to play maybe one of the games that I've been waiting a long time for, right? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. What I've seen at the Gearbox, or the Borderlands 3 demo, you know, what I've seen of that has given me, like, they seem, if they keep it up, they seem to have done everything right. You know, and I hope that they continue to do that in all of their things with regards to Borderlands 3. But just from the first glance that we've seen, I am just extremely excited for Borderlands 3. And that's, you know, I wanna also keep the dialogue open. I very much appreciate people having, as long as it's civil, right? I like having people to talk to about this kind of stuff because dialogue is good. It generates, you know, understanding of both sides, and it's possible that, you know, there's parts that I've overlooked of this whole discussion with, you know, Gearbox and Randy Pitchford and Epic and all that stuff, but, you know, I want to keep that dialogue open so that people don't feel like just because, you know, oh, he's a Gearbox supporter, better fucking flame him in his comments forever or whatever. I hear a coin. This is a very good run, by the way. I'm glad that this run has allowed me to kind of go off on a little bit of a tangent here without being like incredibly negative. Ow. Hey. Thought we were friends. Stealth kit's very good, by the way. We have a very good setup here. This is a very good set of items. And I would like to thank mul-t for his part in this. Mul-t is a good character, once again. I would like to reiterate that. I just don't like playing him. I would rather play on a character that is a different character. This character is very good, and I think one of the biggest parts of why he's good, there's twofold. One, look at how much fucking health I have. And then two is having multiple use items, which is a very strong perk. No other character gets that. Oh! Hey! We're this far into the video, hopefully there's anyone's, oh my god. So this procs on number of targets, that's incredible. So number of targets means that it's not the most useful of things for us, but it is not useless. It just isn't the, yeah, like we could have had another tier 3 there, and that's fine. It's better than getting another head stopper for sure. And it is good. This game, Risk of Rain 2, they just announced they had sold their 1 millionth unit. Which is awesome. That's freaking crazy. Congrats, Hopo. That's nuts. You guys are rolling in it. And they posted a thing about it. Maybe I'll link that in the description. Where's the teleporter? Excuse me. It's over there. What am I doing? We do have 2 klabongs, which is very nice. We have mobility now. But they hit 1 million units sold, and they also said that the June, like in the announcement, they said that the June update will feature all new items. Everything in the update will be new. So they're putting new characters. It will be not returning characters. So we're not getting Bandit, Handy, you know, Sniper, none of those. We're getting a brand new to the franchise character. Very exciting. That means potentially we could be getting in the June update. So that means in June we could potentially get the 2 like classes that we've discovered the names of in the files through various data mining. We've got Assassin and Paladin. Paladin being some sort of shield class, and then Assassin, you know what an assassin is by now. Call yourself a gamer, don't even know what an assassin is. But I'm hoping it's Assassin, but if it's Paladin, that'll be fine too. I'm just ecstatic that we're getting a brand new character rather than one of the old ones as the first new character, you know? That doesn't mean that there won't be new characters, or old returning characters, sorry, from in future patches, but you know, it's just nice to have something fresh, completely fresh, in the next update. I think that's a good move. Oh no! I think that's a good move on Hoppo's part. They also did a nifty little word search in their announcement. You can find it has some interesting implications in it. Some words in there, such as snack and Provided. Provided is in the word search. I don't... Providence. Necrodance. Dude, Necrodance is actually a thing. It's happening. And yeah, I don't know. But it's awesome. I'm just proud of the boys. I'm proud of this game, dude. It's gonna be so good. The future is bright. We're having a good run on stream, or on YouTube, finally. And it's on multi. I don't know how to feel about that. Maybe I'm just bad. That's the secret. I'm just bad, and it takes me playing the character with the most HP to not be bad. Which is unfortunate. Big oof. My gamer cred. My clout score is low. How will you ever keep watching me? I finished... What anime did I... So, I'm watching Anime Update. I'm watching... I finished what I was watching, which was Steins Gate. Now I'm watching the first... I watched the first episode and the second episode of... what is it called? The Neverland one. And it's got a pretty good first episode. I'm excited to see where that goes. I was intrigued. The Imaginary Neverland or something. It's spoiler alert. Don't actually. I'm not gonna spoil it. But the first episode of that one, it's about kids. First episode is lit, and that's it's lit. That's all I got. It's the non-spoiler version. It's a good hook. Let's see how they manage to improve upon it. Animation style is weird, but also very technically competent. I'm not a fan, actually, of the animation style. But I think it does portray the children very well. Neverwhere? Imaginary the Imaginary Neverland. Something like that. I think that's just it. Okay. We have a lot of things going for us here. One of them is that we have 2 Gestures of the Drowned, which means that if we ever were to get fuel cells, we would just be popping off, because we have a good... Missile Launcher basically makes it so... And Missile Launcher Gesture of the Drowned really just means that our main attack is the missiles, and then it doesn't matter what our other attack is, because we can just proc items with the missiles. If we were to get some fuel cells, that would really start to pop off, you know? It's just we got everything working for us. We don't really need anything. A Hopo Feather would be really nice. Like, it's all wants. A Hopo Feather would be nice. Better, consistent healing would be nice. Maximum health is always nice, because if we don't get maximum health, we're gonna die eventually. And Titanic Knurl, while it is literally maximum health and healing, it's not really what I mean. What I mean is like bulk infusions or a bunch of fuel cells or something. We could do with some sticky bombs, or a bunch of gasoline, or turning all our tier 2s into something better. Specifically, you know, freaking, turning all our tier 2s into Will-o'-the-Wisp. But, you know, it is what it is, we'll see. Stealth kit's good. Not really incredibly interested in turning my greens into stealth kit, because our healing is kitties. Sweet boys, what's the matter? What is going on over there? Lovely lads. Oh, I'm just gonna get sucked. Getting some damage done. Very strong run. We have lots of money now. Mul-t is a good class. He's just not the class I want. What you got in here? Gnarled wood sprite. That would be alright healing. Don't get me wrong. Is it worth replacing our predatory, no, prion accumulator? I don't know. Predatory instincts is very, very good. That's a very significant attack speed increase, and it is very easy to hit, because we crit very often because we hit so fast. I don't believe it is affected by our proc multiplier. Look at that. Yeah, that's kind of nuts. It's just one predatory instinct, so 30% increased attack speed. Very good. It's very strong. And there's more consistent crits, which is just better damage. It's very good. And, right, we have the one Berserker's Pauldron. I would love to get more Berserker's Pauldrons so that we could have the buff for longer. Wow, we're just gonna, I guess, get a lot of crit. Thanks. And we do heal a very decent amount from our scythes now. We get a lot of that passively from... Oh! Oh no, what have we done? What is you doing, baby? We've finally gotten a sticky printer? had a very good time. So hello, I can see that you're new here. You've never heard of Risk of Rain before. Let me tell you about sticky bombs. Sticky bomb is an item that, the first one gives you, like, it has a 5% chance on hit to attach a sticky bomb to an enemy, and they look like lollipops for some reason. Now, lollipops deal 500% damage in a very small radius. Short time after sticking to an enemy. Each additional sticky bomb increases the chance to stick a sticky bomb to an enemy by 2.5%, as well as increasing the damage by 150% of all sticky bombs. So what we're doing here is we're getting a whole frickin' bunch of sticky bombs, and so our sticky bombs are going to have a very high chance to sit on an enemy, or to proc on an enemy, and they'll do very much damage. With mul-t, we won't have a 100% chance to proc them on the nail gun with each hit at 39. But we're going a little bit above 39, I think. And we are oh shit. Don't let these elites kill me. Also, the damage of the hit does affect the damage of the sticky bomb. So because the nail gun does very low base damage, you know, the percentage of the damage does mean less overall than like if we were commando with this kind of attack speed. But it doesn't mean it's not incredibly, incredibly good. At this point, we're going to be very damaged at the cost of pretty much everything else. We've sacrificed our critical strike chance, which is also our healing, or like a big chunk of healing. We've sacrificed our bleed. We've sold our soul, basically, to this sticky printer, but it's a good thing. Our attack speed. Oh yeah, our attack speed from the crits. Waza, that's 39. That should be 100% chance. No, it's not 100% on nail gun, and also more is still better because damage. You don't stop stacking sticky bombs at 39. You just, I don't know. We just keep going forever. That's basically... You're turning literally everything into sticky bombs, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's too late. It has already been done. Have any more tier 1s? Yeah. Couple med kits left. This is incredible, by the way. We're gonna do a lot of damage. I just need to not die. That's the biggest part now. We just need to not die. This is a lot of sticky bombs. Our missile launcher will also apply sticky bombs at a 100% rate. Alright, well, that's awesome. Oh, shit. Wow. Wow. A Militech printer. Alright, well, this gives us a much greater chance. This increases our damage output by an insane amount. Now we have a much higher chance to apply sticky bombs. I would play it again, but I want to keep my other Tesla coil. I think Tesla coil is better than one additional clover. Oh boy! Oh my god! What? Okay, so Brilliant Behemoth is affected by proc coefficient. You'll notice that It does explode, but the explosions are very small. On the nail gun. But it just does still up the damage. Goodbye, worms. I hardly knew you. I am Wormbane, Destroyer of Worlds. So now the only question is, how long do we keep this up, really? This is a build that will take me literally as far as I want to go. I think we should keep going, at least for like an hour. So buckle up, boys! Extra long mul-t episode. Yeah, I don't know. With the 57-leaf clover, so in case you... Hello, I'm new to Risk of Rain. What does 57-leaf clover do? Whenever we have a chance to proc an item, and if it would fail, so say we have a 10% chance to proc an item, or like a 10% chance to crit, for example, and then we don't crit, the clover allows that proc chance to roll an additional time. So it's like having two 10% chances to crit, which is very, very, very good. Very good. Very, very, very good. Quite extremely good. It affects crit, it affects our sticky bombs, because, you know, the proc coefficient. I don't know how many sticky bombs you need to proc 100% stickies on nail gun, but it makes it a lot easier if you have a clover. God, this is the best stage I think I've ever been on. 57-leaf clover printer, a sticky bomb printer. How did I miss that? When we started, we were right here, and then I like just missed the black Militech printer. Look at that shit. That's incredible. Hold on. HUD scale. No, graphics. Gameplay. In-game HUD off, please. Okay, now ping something else, please. Look at this shit. Please stop my character effects. Please stop Tesla coil. Please stop rocks. 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 Please. There we go. I got a nice screenshot. That's a thing of beauty. I'll miss you. Clover printer. And then Brilliant Behemoth just gives us 60% increased damage, which then applies to our sticky bombs. So that's very good. Now how we can multiply our damage even more would be, the next step is getting crit again, because crit will double our damage again. And then also, oh my god, there's multiple tier 2 chests, or tier 3 chests rather. There's a overloading magma worm. Not for long, but it is here. Look at the sticky bombs covering this magma worm like some sort of freaking horrifying disease or parasite. Oh, the noises. We could use some mobility. More head stompers doesn't do anything for us. Head stompers only stacks the cooldown on the stomp after you use it. And it's already short enough that it doesn't actually matter, but... So what could we use? I mean, at this point, nothing matters. We, like, mobility, but other than that, we're good. I need to not make stupid mistakes. We do have a Dios. I can make one stupid mistake. Or maybe even a series of them leading up to one final stupid mistake. Then after that, I'm through. Clover is so good. It makes our Tesla coil proc items more effectively. It's basically just a multiplier on anything that has a low proc coefficient. Making, like, Tesla coil actually has, I think it's the same proc coefficient as, I think it's a, like, 3/10 proc coefficient, same as the nail gun, but I don't know that for sure. That's just what I remember off the top of my head. Don't quote me. Man. But then that's, you know, doubled essentially because we have the Clover going. It's such a good build, dude. It's actually the best build. Literally just the best build. Hey, more sticky bombs, more energy drinks. I'll take it. Mobility. Like, the scariest thing is something popping up and just vomiting on me before I can kill it. Enemies do have about, you know, 2 seconds, granted, but a few seconds to shoot at me once, maybe, before they die. Not always, but sometimes. There's still potential. Like, we're gonna hit this, and then, I don't know, a blazing stone titan could pop out. Might not be quite at that point. And it might not get instantly killed. It might take like 2 seconds for me to locate him and left click. I don't know, there's no real concerns. Frost Relic is absolutely useless. Frost Relic has a proc coefficient. You want to know what it is? 0.5, I believe? Less than... No, sorry. 0.05, I believe. Less than anything else? Which is interesting. It really needs a chance to freeze. Or something. It's really bad. I don't think upping the proc coefficient is necessarily a good idea, but I wonder if Clover affects lunar coin drop rate. Probably not, but I don't know. It'd be nice if it did. There's an easy way to test that. You just get like 100 clovers and theoretically you'd be getting stuff pretty fast. Yukahana's opinion. I mean, this is not the worst thing. It does give us additional damage. And I think we actually can benefit from it now. It's not gonna happen that often. Because the amount of, you need to be near enough to enemies for the skulls to happen, and then you also need like enough healing to actually, like it's a percentage of your HP, your max HP factors into it, so we don't have that much healing right now. It's, you know, not useless, probably. Maybe functionally useless. But then so is Chrono Bobble, so So we're gonna get to the point. I'm gonna play until I die or bosses stop spawning from the teleporter. If I get to either of those points. Now it's very possible to artificially make bosses no longer spawn from the teleporter via combat shrine, or sorry, challenge shrines, shrines of the mountain. We'll see as time goes on. Because at this point we have won. We have achieved victory against everything that this game has to offer. There's no thing that would present very much of a challenge. We will continue to play. It's just, we've won. Solved the riddle of the Sphinx. The game handed everything to us that we could have ever wanted, basically. So now we're left with a hollow feeling, and we will continue to mercilessly kill every living creature on this planet to fill the empty void. Keep repeating ourselves. So yeah, Nukahana's opinion may be functionally useless here. Bloop, 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 bloop. Enjoy your bloop, 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 bloop noises. Oh, a gold shrine. You know what? Yes. Yes, this is an Aurelianite. Aurelianite. Aurelianite fight. Is that? I don't know. I don't play Final Fantasy. How much is this, though? It's hard to tell. 1, 2, 3. I can't tell how many numbers there are. So we just wait until we can't afford it. If you wait too long, too late in the run, to the point where enemies stop spawning, enemies won't spawn in the boss fight here. But we are in that sweet spot where our build is completely settled. But we can still spawn enemies. Only 70 minutes in. It's very nice. And I think the fight should go fine as long as I'm not murdered by the boss. The boss murdering you is a very real, with his laser, very, very real and common occurrence. Popo Feather is nice. It would be nice, I mean, I'm not going to get a choice, really, but it would be nice to get some more move speed. And when I say I don't get a choice, I do realize that there is a goat hoof printer. But I can't compromise our damage in order to get more move speed, because I think the benefit of having more damage would far outweigh the potential small amount of move speed that we would get. Oh, sorry, was this a Blazing Vagrant? One of the scariest enemies at this point in the game, because of its huge amount of health? Why, yes. Yes, it is. Also, predatory instincts. That's pretty cool. Bit of bulk predatory instincts goes a long way. We don't even have that good crit chance. Our damage would spike a huge amount if we could get like one more crit glasses because of the clover. 1 or 2 more would really be popping off. But we are going through the gold portal. Gold portal has the potential to fuck us up. We could die here. This could be where the run ends. We do have a Dios, so we can make one mistake. Maybe. Will we need to spend our Dios? Yeah, maybe. It's possible. It's also possible that we could die twice, you know, through the Dios. But I will do my best to not. The main thing is we need to be very wary of the boss's laser attack. That's the big point. But the speed at which we're able to kill these enemies. See, the big problem is we don't really have that good of healing. So if I do start dying, it's very possible that I could just die all the way without being able to recover. I do need to murder anything that has a remote chance of hitting me. If you've never been to the Gold Coast before, Gold Portal is gives you access to the Gold Coast. In the Gold Coast, there are 3 or 4 of these chests that are $25 each. That are not necessary, but it's nice. Enemies spawn. There's no teleporter. What you do is you have to save up a bunch of money, and then there's these pylons. And you activate the pylons in order to summon the boss. And you must defeat the boss in order to progress. And usually this takes a long-ass time. The boss does drop a monster log. The pylons each cost money. $4,000 each. And we want to make sure we have enough money. We want to buy the furthest ones first. The boss, if you don't kill him quick enough, which is usually what happens, the boss will... Well, he starts out invincible until all the pylons are activated. So you have to activate all the pylons, and then the boss spawns, and he's invincible until you activate every single pylon. And if you don't kill him fast enough, which is usually what happens, then he will go invincible again, and you have to repurchase the pylons. This can be a problem if your enemies have stopped spawning, so if you've gone too far. Rayleigh is here. Oh. Oh, I've died. Okay. The main thing is his laser hurts, like, a lot. Okay, he's gonna start lasering here in a second. So I need to leave. He also shoots a shotgun with his laser. I need to kill him. He's dead. He shoots like a huge, you could see the lasery shotgun that he shoots with his laser. It does a ton of damage. It will kill you if you get caught by it, which it did. We spent our Dios here. It was a good expenditure. It generally takes a very long time to kill him because he has a freaking ton of health. And the reward is 1 Titanic Neural per person, so the reward is not very good. However, and the reward isn't very good, and there is no, like, achievement associated with him. The only thing you can get, possibly, is, I think he has, like, a 4% chance to drop his monster log, which I have acquired. In this case, it was a very easy kill, because we got a very good build just through luck. There is a monster, or a zone log, right? Environment log that is blank in the logbook right now. we hypothesize that it is the Gold Coast logbook, but it's not obtainable through legitimate means currently. That's probably because you can't actually spawn a radar tower in that area, and they just didn't put it in a secret place like some of the the Bazaar one or other places. So unless you want that monster log, going to that place is not a very good idea. The big problem right now at the current state of the beta 2 is, like I said, when enemies stop spawning, you need those pylons in order to you know what, I don't want the backup. You need those pylons in order to make the boss vulnerable, and if the game can't, or if the game stops spawning enemies for you because it's, you know, it can't find things that are cheap enough to buy, then it is just invincible forever, which means that you are just stuck there forever, and it's a soft lock because you can't leave until you've killed the boss. In the next update, that should fix it. Crit. It's very good. As I said, this is a huge effective damage increase. Oh my god, I almost killed myself on pots. Crits are a huge damage increase. Just that 10%, because it's double. Alright, just doing some head stomper wax quail things. I don't know what this is, gasoline? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we're in there. More healing is nice. Now we heal for, I think, 8 per crit, which is not how it would work with a proc coefficient of 1. But you know, it's still very good at the rate that we're firing. Blazing Stone Titan, one of the scarier enemies in the game. We've done it. We have acquired victory. There's a button here. It's just a lot of damage. Kill me. If I die, so be it. I mean, we've achieved victory on pretty much every level. The game just gets easier from here. At this point, we've outscaled the game to the point where eventually pointlessness ensues. Sense of purpose will be called into question. Eventually, you know, monsters stop spawning, and then it's really pointless, and then you just obliterate yourself. And in a future update, monsters will stop not spawning, but it'll still be functionally like the same. Monsters might as well not spawn at the moment. They're better off that way. We could just obliterate ourselves here. I'm willing to go one more loop, at least. Tesla coil, or not Tesla coil. Having
this instead of Prion. Or sorry, instead of the sticky bombs from not Gesture of the Drowned. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble composing my thoughts. Taking Royal Capacitor, right, which is this the lightning item. It's gonna give us higher damage hits, which is gonna make for very large sticky bomb hits. Not that that really matters at this point. Like, missiles are probably better for us. I don't even know if the sticky bombs are even as good. Like, Royal Capacitor really shines if we were to have stacked, you know, a ton of fuel cells or something to make the activation very rapid. So I think the missiles actually are better. But I will, oops, I will put missiles here. We'll go with missiles in case there's a fuel cell printer or something. Want to get up to some shenanigans. I don't think Prion Accumulator has that many shenanigans associated with it when we have this level of sticky bomb DPS. Every Predatory Instincts at this point is essentially a 20% upgrade. We could turn all of our crap into gasoline. That would make our build significantly worse, but we can do it. The real way to end this run is to find... We gotta keep looping until we get back to this stage. Is that another sticky printer? I don't even think that's necessary, really. So keep looping to this stage until we get an Order Shrine, and then seeing what happens. I will consider that victory if we can Order Shrine. Okay, we really should just like speed through things. Oh, there is an Order Shrine. Okay, so I think we do the teleporter event, hit the Order Shrine after it. Hell yeah. Goodbye. Oh boy. I can't believe there's a sticky printer on this level. So theoretically, we could Order Shrine without consequence, pretty much. I mean, the big consequence would be our tier 3s are going to get shuffled into something. So we're either going to lose our clover or our Tesla coil, or both. But I think that that's basically all we have left at this point. Something interesting as a result of the Order Shrine. Place your bets. What we're getting. Also, if you're watching this from YouTube, you have to sub to me with Twitch Prime on Twitch. Or on not Twitch Prime also is acceptable. But normally this costs $10 in stream. 83 crowbars. 7 brilliant behemoths. Look at the radius. 33 ATG missiles. Alright, I'll bite. Let's turn everything into gasoline. I wanna... This is ridiculous. Look at the radius. On the freaking shots here. It's kind of nuts. You know, I gotta give it to the game. This is ridiculous. Am I wrong for not putting sticky bombs on this build? Yes. It is the suboptimal play. But is it the fun play? So, once again, if you've... Hello, I've never played this game before. What does gasoline do? Each stack increases its damage over time and duration. So you do get damage from them. It's just over a long, long period of time. Maybe I should put sticky bomb. This could finally put to rest whether Brilliant Behemoth... I want to know if the AoE procs items. Or if it just does damage. It even makes the AoE on my nail gun functional. Which is kind of crazy. It's very large. I want 7 Brilliant Behemoths on Commando, who has a proc coefficient of 1. We would get this AoE on every shot. Which is nuts. Look at our missiles when they land. Oh my god, we're gonna be here a while. I also want printers to... Wow, they come down like actual missiles. It's kind of crazy. Make it rain. I want to be able to hold down the button and kind of Gatling style ramp up the speed at which they enter and leave the printer for this exact circumstance right here. I'm glad we're having this chance, though. I know some people are going to be like, why didn't you... You should have taken the sticky bombs when we die on the next stage. Dying on the next stage is inevitable. It's going to happen. Alright? Not obliterating ourselves right now is a mistake. We've traded everything for this deal with the devil. Crowbars, I'm not interested about at all. Because while crowbars do stack damage, it's still like damage at like above 90% health. Even at, 50 crowbars. Maybe we'll just crash the game when we pick up all of these gasolines. You think that's possible? We're almost done. With this many gasolines, everything will die. It'll just die slowly. I should mention thank you for watching. This is, I appreciate your viewership. Your continued support on Patreon and through Twitch subscriptions or donations on stream, bits, watching ads on YouTube, maybe Twitch if I get partnered soon, but apparently ads don't get me any revenue. But that's the, you know, that is very much appreciated. There's an airplane. Airplane. Man, I think I was gonna do stuff after recording this video, but this is a long video. So rip. Guess I'm not doing that stuff. I think this, so if I miss a day, I'm supposed to upload a video after this. If I miss a day of uploads, oh, my frame rate, it's very bad. Very noticeably bad. Alright, here we go. Oh, suddenly frame rate is crisp. Let's keep going. $83 gasoline. There we go, boys. I killed something. I think the trick here is maybe just activate the teleporter as fast as possible. The missiles actually do an insane amount of damage. Oh no. Oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm very slow. I'm very slow. I'm very slow. No. There's demons here. Oh no. I'm very slow. Don't kill me. I'm a sweet boy. I'm a sweet boy. Don't kill me. I want to live. I've died. Alright, well, you know what? Thank you for watching. We'll wait till the gasoline is done ticking down. How about that? It was a good time. I had fun. Very good run. I think we won. We did something silly that I shouldn't have done. And, yeah. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy. I don't know if this gasoline will stop, but it might stop soon. It's 1,000 damage ticks. It's pretty good. I don't know if enemies continue to spawn after you're dead. I mean, theoretically, this should stop. It's ticking, the 963s are happening on the overloading magma worm. So theoretically, like, if we should see those numbers decrease at some point. And there are less numbers now. So 947. Yeah, there we go. It's gonna stop. We'll play it out. $930. Oh, it's happening. The durations are running out. 9:15. It's gonna all happen at once here in a second. Just start to drop really quickly. 986. 952. 935. 747. 42. 725. 616. Oh, it's all going to hell. The numbers. My numbers. Gotta pump those numbers up. I think the other set of numbers is probably the burning elite. Oh, 79, 16, the last gasoline tick. Oh, that's it. Thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye-bye.